Hi, this is Omar Qureshi and I'm sitting with my friend Raveena Tandon, one of the hottest actresses to date. So we'll welcome her. Hi Raveena, welcome and good to see you again.
How are you?
You're looking as hot as ever.
Thank you. It's in the eyes of the beholder. Omar, you've always been good to me.
Oh, no, everyone's beholding you in that case.
Actually, you've not been good to me. You're good to me now after a long time.
We've always been good to each other.
Initially, no. You know what I tweeted this morning? That I'm looking forward to doing an interview with one of my oldest, bestest scribe friends who truly did not know me earlier but now totally understands me.
Akshay Kumar.
Superb. I love him. Revealing your wax chest.
Shilpa Shetty.
A real person.
Imran Khan.
Too cute.
Yourself.
I don't know, man. Confusing.
Real.
Thank you, Umar.
What makes you feel sexy?
To be in the arms of the man who truly loves her. Ajay and me went to the same college. He would take my car and take his girlfriend out on a date and stuff like that. And that's how we were brought up. Suddenly I was like, oh my God, why is the press linking me? He was in my college and I've known him since I was a kid. I'm dead, am I not?
You know, but your reputation has been of the fastest girl in the industry.
Can we not do this on the show? No. We'll talk about that later.
One of the first actresses to ever do an item number, to Cheese Badi Hai Mast Mast, you know, where there was a lot of talk that how can you call a woman a cheese?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and abhi tak like everyone's doing Sheila and Munni and all. It's a tradition which you started.
Right. I just feel थोड़ा ज़्यादा रॉन्ची हो गया है जो उस टाइम पे नहीं था. आइटम सॉन्ग उस ज़माने में कहा करते थे उस गाने को जो एक स्पेशली बनाया जाता था गाना एक डांस ट्रैक ताकि जो एल्बम फिल्म का होता था वो थोड़ा और यू नो स्ट्रॉन्ग हो जाए. एंड चाहे वो हीरो और हीरोइन डांस करते थे आजकल तो बॉयज़ भी आइटम सॉन्ग्स कर रहे हैं. क्योंकि ऐसे हो गया है कि एक ऐसा 2-3 वैसे गाने सुपर हिट गाने होने चाहिए एक ट्रैक में ताकि यू नो पिक्चर को थोड़ा लिफ्ट कर दे. म्यूजिक हैज स्टार्टेड प्लेइंग अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट इन एनी मूवी दीज डेज.
ये नई हीरोइंस को आप लोग चांस ही नहीं दे रहे हो, यू नो, बिकॉज यू आर देयर, यू नो, यू आर डूइंग ऑल दीज सॉन्ग्स एंड दीज रोल्स. देन देयर इज जूही चावला हु स्टिल डूइंग स्टफ. द करिश्मा इज ट्राइंग टू मेक अ कमबैक विद अ 3D मूवी. So when are you going to give a chance for the new girls to make a breakthrough? Yeah.
I think it's a cycle. OQ. आपको अगर याद होगा जब हम लोग ने एंट्री मारी थी, आप खुद मुझे बताया करते थे कितनी नई लड़कियां थी उस समय? 56? No. You told me 52 new girls.
Yeah.
21 of the most prominent lot.
Yeah.
Of counting the, you know, I remember Chandni had made a Rukhsar and Tiska and you can keep counting. And I remember you told me at one point, you told me, Raveena, if you really go down, you know, to all the lot, there are about 52 girls at that time. And the main lot was us, which was comprised of 20 who were, you know, in this thing. Tabbu, myself, Manisha, Pooja, Lolo. So, Nagma. So, ये तो हम लोग का lot था, which was, you know, still promising. But, you know, it's I think what happens is that there's a time for everybody and there's space for everybody. आप अगर देखेंगे तो उस समय माधुरी जी, जूही, श्री जी, they were really big and they were really happening. And then we came in, the chewing gum lot. You know, we were called the chewing gum bubblegum lot. And we would wear these short skirts and make ponytails and do our little college track. And at that time, if someone would have asked Shri ji to do something like that, it would have not suited her. You know, likewise, that's what I feel about myself. You know, I'm not delusional. कोई अभी अगर आके मुझे कहे कि जो जिनीलिया कर रही हैं जी आप भी 2 पोनीटेल बनाओ ज़रा च्युइंगम खाओ और ये बुक पकड़ के यू नो कॉलेज में से निकलो तो मैं बोलूँगी भैया आप तो पागल खाने में चले जाओ यू नो. तो इट्स एक्चुअली लाइक दैट. वी आर नॉट डिलूजनल. बट आप हॉलीवुड में देखेंगे तो मोस्टली द हीरोइंस आर स्टार्टिंग द मेन substance oriented roles at after 30.
But Raveena, you're smart, you're beautiful, you're sexy, you're confident, you're successful.
I love this show.
Yeah. Okay, and most men get intimidated by women like that. How supportive is Anil, your husband, you know, about the whole thing?
Well, I think he's always taken pride in the fact that I can handle myself. And I think he, to a certain extent, also would like my kids to be like that. And when he says that, I do believe that somewhere he's proud of me.
That's nice and it's quite awesome, man.
That's I think the biggest compliment that you know when your husband says that try and be like mama, you know. So.
But most heroes have been intimidated by you.
Now let me see.
Some of your past heroes.
No, I don't think intimidated. I think, yeah, I mean, I was always too blunt and too honest on the face, and some of them would have liked to do sly things, but they didn't, because they would think that, oh my God, she'll to open her mouth and, say, oh my God, what are you saying?
Yeah.
I actually portrayed that. That was actually something of what I would call a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
And because I actually came with no godfather. I came with nobody under nobody's wing. Whereas even dads were launching their daughters at that time, and I did not want my dad to launch me ever. I always wanted to do it on my own. And so I think I had no, strong mummy over me, telling me what to do and how to do, and, no mummy G over my head either. So I was there straight from the ad world, straight out of school, just doing my college when I did PKP, and that is Pathar Ki Phool. And from then, since I've sort of followed my own track and actually made my own path. So I think I use that as a defense mechanism more so, to be, boyish and this, so that people don't see me as a sex figure and try to make a pass at me, because then I wouldn't know how to handle it.
You're chilled out now, And when you came in, you were very stiff and very almost a prude.
Because like I said, I had nobody above me protecting me from anything. And yes, I was a prude because I was shocked by the kind of false rumors that went around, and the kind of rumors that magazines would, print in without cross-checking. So actually, it was the media that altered my behavior, because I didn't know how to behave. That if I behave normally with my friend, for example, Ajay and me went to the same college, and when I would bring that same college behavior onto the sets, everyone would think, oh my God, are they having a scene? And that was the biggest thing, because that was my behavior, how we were in college. We would be backslapping each other and stealing each other's cars, and he would take my car and take his girlfriend out on a date and stuff like that. And that's how we were brought up.
Yeah, I'm aware of that,
Exactly. But when it happened in the industry, suddenly I was like, oh my God, why is the press linking me? He's been in, he was in my college, and I've known him since I was a kid.
Yeah, I know.
So that put me in a shock, and then suddenly I didn't know how to behave.
But you upset a lot of heroes, because a lot of them said, some of them of course said, they are बहुत शरीफ है, हाथ नहीं लगाने देती है. Like a lot of heroes said, we can't talk to her, we are scared to talk to her. A lot of heroes said that. And some of them said, you ended up rubbing them the wrong way because you told them, back off, buddy.
I never told any of my heroes back off. I remember just at that time, a lot of double meaning songs and a lot of double meaning. In fact, a hero today who happens to be one of my best friends and has been even then, Sanjay Dutt. It actually happened, what you're talking about, happened with Sanju and me. There was this South dance choreographer, and Sanju and me were doing this South film together. And till then we were absolutely, talking to each other, we were normal and everything. And already I think his ears were being filled by these negative media reports that were coming out. So he was like not sure, because that was our second film, our first film together, and he was not sure how to, what is actually what I'm all about. And I've always said no to double meaning songs, that, Omar. I've always said no to kissing scenes, always. I've always said no to, I mean, I could leave a film like Dar, which today I regret, but even now, if it was offered to me similarly, maybe I would have not said no, but everyone's grown up now, but at that time when you're 16 and 17, you don't know whether you want to do this. I had my rules for myself, that I'm going to do this and I'm not going to do this. And, it's like, I said no to films which had double meaning dialogues. In that time, a lot of double meaning, I don't want to name, films were there with friends of mine who were doing it. And I had been saying no. And suddenly this, during this shoot between Sanju and me, this choreographer gave us a movement which was, for me, it was vulgar to do. I was not into shoving the, your chest into someone's face kind of a thing. I couldn't do it. And, it was something with, playing the tabla on my backside and stuff. And I didn't like the movement. And I said, sorry, so I will not do it. So he said, no, okay, I'll keep the camera like this. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm really sorry. So all I did was request. Now the hero did not know what my conversation with my choreographer was. Sanju did not know. And all during the shot I told Sanju, I said, Sanju, don't put your hands here because I know what he wants to do. Put your hands on my waist. And Sanju thought I'm telling him to back off, which was a complete misunderstanding. And then later clarified with him. That's why then Sanju and me went on to do 7-8 films together. So I tried my best always to whoever misunderstood me as what I was as a person, to reach out to people, whatever the enmity, and say that, hello, this is a misunderstanding, this is what people are feeding you about me, but I'm actually not like that.
A lot of heroes didn't talk to you for a long time. I didn't work with you. Like Salman and you had like a misunderstanding for a long time.
Yeah, Salman and me, initially I never understood Salman's sense of humor. I understand that now. He understands me now, and today now we're very good friends.
Yeah.
And in fact, as into the extent that when I made Stumped, and I went to a friend of mine who was a very good friend of mine to do a guest appearance song, and he said no. And the minute I called Salman, in a second Salman said, Ravs, anything for you.
That's sweet.
He was there on the set. His staff did not take money. Can you imagine? The staff did it. Said, "Aapki picture hai. हम आपसे कैसे ले सकते हैं?" You know, that was the big heartedness of you know, someone like him.
That's true.
Which I think was fabulous. You know.
Yeah. About the heroes you were linked with in the past, how comfortable are you with them now?
Absolutely. See, it depends on what note you broke up with. You know, I've been one of those few actresses which you know right from the beginning. Yeah. I believe if you have something to hide is then when the media gets onto you all the more. Yeah. So it's normal. I came from a co-ed school. I came from a co-ed college. My parents have had a love marriage. They dated before. They dated for 7 years before they got married. So, you know, I don't see any harm in dating. I think college girls these days, on the contrary, change a boyfriend every week, I hear. Or has it changed even more? I don't know. I'll have to keep a check on my daughter. Well, she's far away from that, thankfully, but my tension days will come later. But yeah, I mean, you know, so it's why is it not normal then for an actress to date?
You're friendly to Akshay still?
Yeah. In fact, he congratulated me when my kids were born, and I bump into him socially. Yeah.
You know, but your reputation has been of the fastest girl in the industry.
Can we not do this on the show?
No. In the sense, you drive your car really fast.
Thank God. I just started sweating. I was like, okay, I don't think he wants me to have a happy marriage.
No, you had a sports car. You're one of the first actresses to have a sports car, and you almost killed people on the road.
Can you please clarify this looking into the camera again, Omar, for me? Please just do that right now. I have a family to look after.
Yeah.
He was talking about the cars.
Raveena Tandon, one of the fastest girls in her car, of course. Yeah, but seriously, I mean, you still drive very fast. You're quite reckless.
I was never reckless. Tell me of one accident I've ever had.
I've never sat with you after the first time.
In fact, Rakesh Shrestha was the only one who used to tell anyone that you can sit and just relax because this girl can drive like nobody on this planet and you'll reach safe in one piece.
You drove like Schumacher, okay?
I love Schumacher.
Raveena, you had a lot of rivalries with a lot of your co-stars at that point. Are you friends with any of them now?
With all of them.
Yeah?
Honestly, I think I got along very well with Pooja. I miss her a lot. I mean, she's not really there in the same, you know, as in she's always now on her farmhouse and just coming to do her films. I got along with Manisha very well. Manisha and me were friends, are still friends. The only little trouble was, I think, you know, also media hyped spat, so-called spat between me and Lolo, which now is completely thrown out because, I mean, Lolo as daughter and my daughter are very, very good friends. Yeah. And yeah, we are very good friends now. So I think everyone grows up okay.
That was the fun of it, yeah?
That was the fun of it, yeah. But I think rivalries mostly stems from people's own insecurities, you know. If you're insecure about yourself, you start feeling you know, jealousies and problems with other people. Yeah. But if you're secure within yourself, you know what you are and what you're doing, I don't think you need to be, you know, you need to be, you know, hurt or feel bad about anyone else's success.
What's the secret to a successful marriage in one sentence?
Absolute trust.
You've done the media bits. And you know what stars say and what they mean. Yeah. So tell us the real truth. When a star says, you know, we're just good friends.
Sometimes they really could be.
When we get married, we'll let the media know about it first.
In the sense that they're taking time to date and they're maybe not ready for marriage yet. Maybe they can break up. So, hello, we don't know where we are. So what can we tell you when we're getting married?
I thank the media for their support.
Sometimes I genuinely do, because I was just telling someone that you know, it's in nowadays, the media doesn't let you vanish. The media doesn't let you die. Yeah. Keeps you fresh in people's minds. So, you know, coming back into movies or something is not such a big deal anymore because people still have you in their minds, and thankfully to the media.
My character is very different.
Trying to infuse some enthusiasm into the character, maybe.
I'm not in any camp.
All these things that you've said, I've said it at some point in my life. So I just said in your interview, I was never in any camp.
Yeah.
Nowadays, there's a lot of this campism thing happening. So now I don't know. Maybe they're dying to be in someone's camp.
Yeah. I have no issues with him or her.
They have issues within, but they want to work with that person.
Okay.
Professionally, they don't have issues, but personally, they might hate the.
Okay, to round up, just some rapid fire. It's called the OQ47 round. I don't know
I'm dead, am I not?
why. No.
Okay.
Adjectives for the following stars. 1-1. Deepika Padukone.
Tall and beautiful.
Barbara Mori.
Little overhyped.
Akshay Kumar.
Fabulous comic talent.
Ranbir Kapoor.
Superb. I love him.
Shilpa Shetty.
A real person.
Imran Khan.
Too cute.
Salman Khan.
A very good friend.
Yourself.
I don't know, man. Confusing.
Real.
Thank you, Umar.
Any two personalities you would want for dinner at your place?
I've been asking you out since the past 5 years and you haven't, so maybe one would be you.
Thank you.
Second would be someone whom you and me can butcher together. So let's see, whom do we hate?
We'll talk offline on that. Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about that later.
What makes you feel sexy?
To be in the arms of the man who truly loves her.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Yeah.
The last movie that made you cry?
You won't believe it, but it was Shrek.
What makes your day?
When my kids tell me that they love me to God. That's the line I've got from them, and I don't know how my daughter invented this line. Whenever I say, you know, I love you so much, I love you so much, and they say, Mama, I love you to God. So that's their way of saying it. I'm saying it and I'm going no
Love
crying.
is?
Love is never ending.
Yeah, you get high on?
I get high on compliments.
Hottest between Shahid, Ranbir, Imran?
The one whose surname ends with a K. Starts with a K. Again. Okay. Tough one, but I know this. The one whose surname starts with a K.
Okay, smart one.
Thank you, Omar.
Akshay, Amir and Shah Rukh were single. Who would you ask out?
Shah Rukh.
Why?
Fellow Scorpion.
Okay.
I just know him.
What drives you crazy?
My Q7 at the moment.
Yeah? Drives you around.
It drives me
What's the
around.
one thing is most irritating about guys?
They know everything, they know the roads, they know how the planet works, and they know what a woman is thinking.
Okay.
Which actually they don't know none of the above.
Yeah. And they think they're very good at reading maps.
Exactly.
The craziest thing you've done for a guy?
I think it was Anil and me just gotten engaged, and I traveled for I think 8 hours by car and then took a flight just to surprise him in the morning, and I landed up on his staircase and he couldn't believe it. He was in shock when he walked in because I was supposed to go for a long stint.
But I think the coolest person I have met after a long time is you, Raveena. Such a pleasure.
Always. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Love you
Bye.
too. Thank you.